Hello, thank you once again. So the last time I was here and I had my last recording was the concluding part of the video series I am making on Microsoft Security Portfolio. In that video, in that series, I established with this very slide I have in my screen right now that there are two areas or sides to Microsoft Security Portfolio. The first side is Microsoft Security Cloud, and the other one is Azure Platform Security. I rationalize reasons why this classification and this statement is very, very important for us to understand what I was about to do. And so the first side, which is the first area, which actually covers Microsoft Security Cloud, has been concluded. That video series has been concluded. Now, I am moving to the second side or area, which is called Azure Platform Security. But before I move forward, I want to say something very clear here. Microsoft Security Portfolio can be broadly grouped into two complementary areas. Microsoft Security Cloud, which focuses on protecting identities, endpoints, data, and applications. And Azure Platform Security, which focuses on securing Azure infrastructure and workload. So you can see why I kind of put them into two areas, broadly into two areas. And one area has been completed. Those videos are on YouTube. Then this is the second area, which I am about to start now. So, now that we understand that, so on the Azure Platform Security, there's another thing I've done is to let me say categorize the services that are under Security Portfolio. Now, the reason why I categorize it is to make us understand. A lot of things could be confusing when it comes to Microsoft Security or Microsoft Platform generally. So what I did is to categorize these tools and services into scanning and monitoring. Under this, I will discuss Microsoft Defender for cloud. That is where I will talk about CSPM, CWPP. Then I will move forward to Microsoft Sentinel, which is a SIEM product or security orchestration and automation, response platform. Then, moving away from that, I will go to what is called Network Foundation. Under this episode of video, maybe I dedicate a video to it. I'm going to discuss Azure Firewall, WAF, DDoS protection, Bastion host, and private endpoints. The hybrid connectivity will feature Express Route, VPN gateway, and Virtual WAN. Then the last one on the list is front protection and secret. That is where I will talk about the front door, Azure front door. I will talk about the key vault and manage HSM, then the Azure policy. So these are the things I will be taking care of in this video series. It might come down to maybe 4 or 5 episodes. I don't know yet, but just so let you know. And thank you again for joining me. Once again, my name is John Kayode. People can call me John K. See you. Okay, thank you. So you're welcome. And like I said, this is the episode for Microsoft Defender for Cloud. And if you look at my screen now, you will see that I have it already opened. So I have it already opened. And one thing I want to do is to just go back and say Defender. So if you look at Defender, you can see Microsoft Defender for Cloud. And if you come down to this place, you can see setup here, you will see that. So this is the interface for your Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Now, one thing I want to say before I move forward is that as organizations move more workload to the cloud, securing those environments becomes increasingly important. That is where Microsoft Defender for Cloud comes in. Microsoft Defender for Cloud is a cloud-native application protection platform that helps you strengthen your security posture, detect threats, protect workload across Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud. It continuously assesses your environment, identify security risk, provide actionable recommendations, and alert you to active threats in real time. Whether you are securing virtual machine, containers, databases, storage, or Application Defender helps you to stay ahead of evolving cyber threats while simplifying cloud security management. So what it does is to secure, dictate, and respond. So that is what it does. Now, one thing I want us to look at here is that I have the interface here. There are a lot of things here, but what I want us to look at is this. If you look at this, you can see that on my screen here, Azure is already onboarded. If I want to onboard, in another platform, I can come here and call it maybe AWS or CSPM, and I will say management account, maybe, or single account. I can select the regions in that AWS account that I want it to monitor. Then I look at my subscription. I only have one subscription here. Then I can look for like a resource group. Normal thing, I have a resource group there. Then I can talk about how how often the interval of scanning, is it 12 hours that I want this particular solution to be scanning my AWS endpoint? Then I can put my AWS what do I call it, so it must be 12. I can put my AWS account there, and I can say if there is any accounting around you that you want it to exclude, you can say that. Maybe you will have another one. Yeah. So you can see, so every AWS you want it to exclude, you can exclude that. Now the point I'm trying to make here is that you can use CSPM to defend your other cloud workload that is not even Azure. You can see there that this works with AWS, GCP, and maybe other cloud, but those are the two we can see there. So if you look at it here, but there's something I want to point out here. If you look at it here, you will see the planning, the payment, and everything. But you will see there is cloud security posture management. This particular capability only scans and report to you threats it discovers. It doesn't really do the job of a protection. It will report to you threat and risk. But when you come down here, you will see cloud workload protection platform, which actually protects your servers, maybe your Windows server, whatever it is, your databases, your container. It protects them. So that is why we say that this particular capabilities, or let me say capabilities within the CSPM or within the Defender cloud, it's report that give you a heads up. Then it also help you to protect that. So you can go ahead and do some, this is how to configure. You have to download this file and create your CloudFormation stack. Go to AWS account, create your stack, and make sure that you get the SQSQ ARN number and put it here and connect. It's a very simple thing, but the purpose of this video is not to do a deep dive or do some technical job. It's to do a walkthrough, show you the capabilities, explain to you business problem that is solved, so that when you are designing or architecting for AWS, solutions or workload, you know what exactly you can use, where to go, and how you can explore these functionalities. So with this is what CSPM does, and I will look at other things. I can just I can do this here, cancel. So you can see that GCP is here as well. So you can onboard GCP. Then the other one is that you can even onboard your CI/CD, your code base. You can see you can onboard your Azure DevOps, GitHub, GitLab, and maybe other ones that the names are not really there, So these are the things you can do. And if you do that, you look at recommendations. So when you set up your CSPM, this is where you see recommendations. Like, okay, what needs to be done? If you look at this one, it tells you that enabling email notification for high severity alert in Defender for Cloud is a crucial step in maintaining a secure environment. So the point here is that you can get the recommendations here, and you can see your attack, path analysis. You can get everything here. If you upgrade this license, or maybe you're already operating in that license mode, you can get that. Security alert, this is where you get it. Inventory. Now, inventory is where you get your subscriptions, where what you have onboarded. You understand my point? So this is the Azure subscription we onboarded here. And we talk about Cloud Security Explorer, So Cloud Security Explorer allow you to run graph-based query and proactively hunt for security risk in your cloud environment. So you see the workbook, you can see a lot of functionality here. Then we talk about diagnostic and solving problem. There are a lot of resources you can use here in diagnosing and solving some problems. Then you go to security posture. So it's telling this is where you get your true picture. What do you have that is as critical? What do you have as high? What is that medium? What are the attack part? Is it zero? Is it? So this is where you begin to have an understanding of your security posture and what to do. Recommendations are there. Then when you want to look at what is the opinion of this particular this particular tool when it comes to your regulatory compliance. So you can see 36, 56 out of 63 control passed. It depends on your workload, depends on what you onboarded here, and the regulatory framework that you care about. So all those things. But the point I'm trying to make here is the fact that you can do all these within your Microsoft Defender for Cloud. When you onboard, when you deploy, when you design, and you make sure and you manage. You manage all these things. So you go to network security. Now, I won't say much about this because in my next video, it's going to take care of this. But it's these are the capabilities I want us, or I want you to be able to, see that it does exist here. And this is what Microsoft Defender for Cloud does. So this is good. And that is all for this video. Then the next video will come up with the same product. Thank you.